Hey everybody, welcome back to Why Not RV. I'm Chris, and on this week's episode, I'm going to share with you how I'm powering my Starlink Dishy through 12 volts. Let's get to it. Remember, if you want to learn more and make less mistakes while RVing, be sure to hit that subscribe button, drop a like and a comment down below. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Now, for those of you that have been following me for a while, I already have a video on my little mount system here. Check that out in the description below. And what I did before was I basically had my router stored where the refrigerator access panel was, and I had my router mounted in there because there's a 120 volt plug in there. My fridge is 12 volt, so that plug was useless. And then I just had the cables strewn from on the side of my RV and then up and out, and that was pretty much it. Now, one of the biggest downsides to that is, number one, that router was plugged in and it was basically always on. And unless I were to go outside, whenever I'm doing everything and putting away the Starlink for a travel day, I'd have to physically unplug that in order to turn it off. I didn't particularly like that, but again, with my massive battery bank and inverter setup, it didn't really affect me personally. However, I did have a company reach out to me and decided to send me this product by what's called Xtar-Link, like star, but with an X at the beginning. So it's Xtar-Link with an X at the beginning. I'm going to, again, put a link in the description below to where you can see this stuff. But they have a 12 volt kit that basically goes from your regular 12 volt system or 24 volt and bumps it up to your 48 volt system that powers the Starlink. So I've decided to go ahead and take that opportunity of switching everything to a 12 volt system and also just relocate how I'm running the wire to getting inside the RV and everything like that. So without further ado, let's just get right to the unboxing of this stuff, show you the materials that they sent me and what it all looks like. All right, so let me show you everything that Xtar-Link sent me and in this kit and what you can buy online, okay? All right, so real quick pause, just so you know, in the description below is a discount code for the Xtar-Link that is $20 off. And if you sign up on their website, you get an additional $10 off. So that brings the $199 product down to $169. Pretty great little deal. Just make sure to use my code WhyNotRV, all one word, in the when you go to checkout. So inside the kit, of course, you have your regular AC power supply for the router, but we're not going to need that or use that. You also have a cigarette lighter, 12 volt, if you're wanting to run this like inside your truck or inside your vehicle, something like that. Very simple setup with the Anderson connector that goes into the actual Starlink portion. They send you an Ethernet cable that looks like it's probably about 3 feet, along with one that's 6 to 8 inches. Then we have our actual adapter that the Starlink goes in one end and the Ethernet goes in the other for power over Ethernet. You have your DC lug cable connection, which this is one that I'm going to be using. We have our 12 volt power that goes from the actual Xtar-Link to the router. Of course, we have the router and the Xtar-Link itself. Now, I know this seems like it's a lot of components, but really it's not. It's really very, very basic and simple. This is our main unit, the 12 volt output. Or here, let me just start from the beginning. The DC input on here goes from 10 to 30 volts, which means from a 12 volt battery up to a 24 volt battery, you can easily power this system from your battery connection or your car or what have you, okay? Now, out of it goes the 48 volt PoE, which is power over Ethernet cable, which I'm going to use this short cable that goes into this device. Then your Starlink Dishy plugs right into here. That's it. Done. Right out of that is your local area network, which is the internet. You can plug into it, say plug right into it on your computer, and that's it. There's your internet right there. Now, this does go one step further and gives you the 12 volt output that powers up the 12 volt on this Wi-Fi router and this cable that's going to go from here to here to give me a nice little Wi-Fi router inside. That's really it. This cable goes from our 12 volt to 12 volt, and this cable goes from our LAN to our LAN connection here, which then this gives me a little Wi-Fi inside the RV. The other thing that they sent me is the actual carrying bag setup, okay? So this is actually for the Dishy itself with a rod sheath, and this is a nicer carrying bag with handles and everything like that. I'll show you what this all looks like stowed away, but first, let's just get right into the install. Of course, as we all know, every install is different for every single person, but what I'm choosing to do, because I have this pole mount right here that goes for my dishy. That's the setup that I use. So what I want to do is I want to set this whole thing up in the front section here of the Airstream, and right back here is your actual main 12-volt distribution from the original 12-volt system, because there used to be, that's a battery tray from the original 12-volt system. So right behind this wall here is all the 12-volt stuff, which is just right behind my couch. So what I'm going to personally do is remove my couch out of the way to access that, and I'm just going to get those connections, those little ring terminal connectors, to go to my 12-volt right there, and that's where I'm going to set up the Xtar-Link and the Wi-Fi router and everything like that. Is going to be right on the backside of this wall, basically behind my couch. Again, every setup is a little bit different, so you got to figure out what's best for you of where you're doing things. But like I said, with me doing it right behind the couch, I'm also going to, for the cable gland to go outside of the RV, what I'm going to choose to do is I'm just going to drill a hole in the floor, run my cable down and out underneath, and I'm going to keep it coiled up and stored right here in this old battery tray box. That way that cable is coiled up and stored right there. It's done. It's going to be run up and under to the inside, and that's going to be re-siliconed and sealed, so it'll be nice and watertight and everything like that. And again, it's from up underneath the RV. That's how I'm doing it. Everyone does it different. All right, so here's what's behind my couch. Like I said, this is the original DC distribution of the RV. So what I did was I took my Anderson connector and I did my positive just to a nice clean positive terminal lug right there, and I got my negative tied in with all my negative terminals right here. This negative just goes right to the main negative bus bar, but I set this up for my DC to DC charging stuff, so I just set it up right here. So I got my 12 volts sitting right here, and now what I'm going to go and do is put this back together. I'm going to mount my stuff up on top. Okay, so like I said, I got a 3/4 inch hole drilled here to get the cable through. Of course, the cable itself is much smaller, probably only 1/4 inch, but in order to get the, you know, the male portion that goes down to the dishy, I had to drill a bigger hole. But now that I got my cable all fed through, I'm going to put this back together. I'm going to silicone that nice and tight, just like I did with that connection. All right, so here is basically essentially the exact same setup that is replacing the Starlink router itself, not the dishy portion, right? So we have our 12 volt coming into the Xtar-Link. We have our 48 volt PoE going out, which that's what our dish is going to connect to. We have our Ethernet and our 12 volt going up to the new Wi-Fi router. That's it. There's a little power switch here on the side, which I'm not going to turn on yet because I'm going to go ahead and get my dishy plugged in. But that is the setup. So I know that the Starlink router is just plug in, you're good. But the amount of power that this thing saves you is insane. I mean, nearing 50% when you convert, when you talk about your inverter loss as well. I know that just the wattage alone doesn't make sense, but when you account for the efficiency factor of your inverter, this saves you about 40 watts per hour, which is a big thing over a long period of time. I'm going to show you guys this case that they sent for the actual Starlink dishy itself. It's a really nice little carrying case, padded bottom to protect the dishy's face. It has couple pockets on the inside for your either cable storage or miscellaneous things. Plenty of space in here for other stuff. And of course, the dishy itself is still sitting inside that secondary sheathed bag, or kind of like polyester waterproof type material bag. And then it has the little shaft cover right here. So I'm going to pull that off. Of course, my dishy is a couple years old now. I got it in 2022, I think, like January 2022 or December 2021, something like that. So it's a little bit beat up, but now this case is going to keep everything nice and protected. All right, so you can see the dishy is up and is activated and pointed right where it's supposed to point to. On the inside, like I said, I got the cable coming up through the floor. Even though there's light, it's just because I use clear silicone, but that is silicone, so it's completely watertight. It comes up and in and plugs in here. And essentially, this is just like plugging into the bottom of the Starlink router. That's it. This is the whole system is for that. Now from there, it gives us internet over here, Wi-Fi. Very simple to set up. The instructions that came with it, very simple. Once you connect, initial password, go to your browser, type in that IP address, You set up an admin password, you make it, select your type of connection method, you make your Wi-Fi settings, and you're done. That's it. Very simple. Now it's running off a 12 volt all the time, and I can just reach behind my couch, because my couch sits here, and flip that switch to off if I ever want to turn it off. Super simple. All right, so now the system is all completely up. You can see I got the router back there. Down below is the plug that goes to the Starlink and the actual Xtar-Link itself. Again, the power switch right there on the side, and it's just such a great little system. All right, guys, so that's it for this week's video. I mean, it's a great little setup. Now I got the cable right out front, and it's always bundled up front there. I can just flip the switch on the inside to turn it on or off if I want to. I can still access the Starlink through the Starlink app and turn on, stow mode, snow melt mode, all that fun stuff. It's still all accessible, so it doesn't change anything. And now I'm saving about 40 watts per hour, which doesn't sound like a lot, but that adds up to quite a bit over time. If you have any questions about the system, make sure to go ahead and drop them in the comments down below. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, turn the notification bell on. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching Why Not RV. Bye.